Alright, hello YouTube, and welcome back to the Collector's Domain. It's Joe here again, and tonight I have what I'm really excited for, which is something I wanted to talk about before. Like, I said that I was not into collecting Transformers Prime, mainly because of the price point, and the size of the deluxe classes are getting a lot smaller, and it looked like Hasbro starting to like cheap out on us. But recently I'd met a fellow collector at Toys R Us over in Totowa, and we started to get talking. It was really random, but it was a nice talk, and he talked me into picking up a couple of Prime figures. And at first I was really not going to pick up any of these guys. The only one I picked up was Soundwave. I don't think I did a review on him or her, whatever it is. But these figures have been out for quite a while now, I think. A couple months at least. And I'm just really excited because once I actually picked it up, I am absolutely in love with them. I picked up, let's see, who did I pick up yesterday? I picked up Ratchet, and I picked up RC First Edition, which is awesome. She's probably even cooler than he is, but I don't know, they're really on par, and I can't say who's better. But this review is going to be on Ratchet. Now let's take a look at his packaging. This is the RID version. I don't know if there's a First Edition. I don't think there is. So here you get his box. It's pretty cool. I was thinking about keeping the boxes, but I may have to pass on that, just because, you know, boxes take up way too much space. Here's his tech specs. What about Ratchet Prime? What I really like about these figures is that they look like 90% accurate to the show, which is great. Definitely gonna have to pick up Optimus Prime, not the deluxe, but the Voyager. And yeah, that's what really bothered me. $7 more, and you get upgraded from a deluxe to a Voyager. That's kind of weird, because I remember when deluxes were only like $10 each. Now they're 15, 16, 17. And so when you buy two, you're pretty much buying three for what we used to get. Anyway, that was the main reason I wanted to stay away, because that kind of number adds up, you know. If you're a collector, you would know how much these little increases start to really add up. So here we go. This is Ratchet. He comes packaged like in his alt mode, and this is also another reason I didn't pick it up, because it looks so small, and it's about 4 inches across, 4 maybe 5, and it's really small and missing a lot of paint apps. Here on the back it looks really bare, but the highlight of this has got to be its robot mode. Now in alt mode, he can store his weapons. It's not shown in the instructions, but I've seen a lot of reviewers do it already. And what they do is that there's this peg in there, like that. It serves no other purpose in robot mode or in alt mode, so it can only be assumed that it's used to hold these weapons, and it does so really well. I didn't plug it in, but it's one on each side, so he holds both his scalpel blades perfectly. And it rolls really well. Like, I'm not too good at panel lining, and there's a lot of panels to line up on this, but for some reason it just worked really well, and it fell in place easily, so it rolls evenly on all 4 wheels. Now let's get him transformed. Take out the weapons, put them to the side. Well, take a look at them first. You see, it's like a silver painted, not silver paint, it's a silver molded, very flexible weapon. It's very cool. I much prefer this over like silver paint apps, because, you know, paint chips over time, but this is molded in the plastic of color silver, and it's got like a metallic look to it. It's cool, and he's got 2 of them. They're not identical. They are 1 for each hand, so they're kind of mirrored, but they're smaller, about 1 inch long, and they look really good in robot mode. Oh, for alt mode he could attach them. I'm not sure if he did this in the show, but he could attach them to these 2 ports in the front, and they just plug in, and just like that. It rolls around really well, doesn't touch the ground, just like that. It's really neat. I know Wheeljack does the same thing, and he's my next pickup after this. Now to get this guy transformed, my favorite part is first you open up these side panels. And what's really interesting is, before I move on, the instruction sheets are actually pretty cool now. They have, I don't know how long they've been doing it, but they show how you convert back to alt mode from robot, so that's pretty cool. So they show both ways how to transform instead of just saying reverse the steps to get back into alt mode. Now, where was I? Yeah, so I took this one down, these two panels. What's next? What I do is just unpeg from there and ratchet forward, and just swivel them sideways, get them out of the way. These become the hands. Next, I just separate the cab from the back portion, and it separates here. Now this is where you got to be careful, because when I first got it, these hooks were really tight on there, and they're really long and made out of clear plastic, so I'm afraid that they're gonna crack real easily if you're not careful. That's just something to watch out for. Now once that's done, what do you want to do? I guess we could pull down these two bottom parts. These are going to become the feet, and let's see, they actually have some really interesting engineering put into this toy, and it's really cool. Well, let's work up from the top still. Let's pull these parts forward. These become the shoulders. As you can see, he's starting to form his torso. Pull the top back, and it has like a mech tech or mech alive feature, right? Automorph. Just pull it back a certain amount and the head will pop up. So that's really cool. Yeah, try to get these out of the way. What do I do now? I'm going to unpeg the hood of the car from each other, and this is a kind of a little trick. You can't just pull them apart, it's kind of hard. So what you do is just bend them down inward, and it'll come off really easily. Now I'm going to take the wheels and just swivel them downward. Open up the heels, and the heels are nice too because they actually stop. They don't go all the way like some of the other figures. They actually have a little rivet that stops them from going all the way back, so it has really nice heel support. Now we're going to take the hood of the car and just kinda, it's on a assembly and you gotta like shift it downwards. This part's a little tricky because of the hooks that I was talking about earlier just a minute ago. They get in the way a lot. But let's try this side first. Yeah, see? Right there. Then it starts to swivel downward. This is where the really cool engineering is. Like at first I thought right there is that little part in here. It looks like it's gonna break it when you're bending it, but it's actually part of the design, and it shifts over the entire assembly and it puts it in a different position. It makes it positioned correctly for the leg part, and it hugs the calf very well. Same thing on the other side. Now I get the hooks out of the way, see? So the hooks get in the way a lot, so you just gotta like maneuver them around the car.